My fiancé didn't notice I was crying at our engagement party until a stranger asked if I was okay. Then he finally looked at me. I should have been the happiest woman alive, but there I was, mascara streaming down my cheeks while Jake posed for endless photos with his college fraternity brothers. He'd spent 3 months perfecting every single detail. Imported French champagne, a 12-piece string quartet, custom monogram napkins, even vintage photo booth props with our initials. But somehow, in all his meticulous planning, he completely missed the fact that his bride-to-be was having a complete emotional breakdown. The engagement party was absolutely everything Jake had ever dreamed of. His parents flew in from Seattle with their country club friends, his entire fraternity showed up in matching navy bow ties, and everyone kept gushing about how perfectly Jake every detail was. The golden hour lighting, the carefully curated playlist, the signature cocktails named after our first date locations, and it truly was perfect. The problem was, absolutely nothing about this party felt like me. Jake's mother, Patricia, cornered me by the elaborate dessert table she'd personally designed. "Sweetheart, you really need to smile more in these photos. This is supposed to be the happiest day of your entire life." She reached over and adjusted my hair without asking permission. "And maybe you should touch up that makeup? You look rather tired. We can't have tired-looking photos for the wedding album preview." I nodded politely and tried to escape to the bathroom, but Jake intercepted me halfway there. "Babe, you absolutely have to come meet my dad's business partner, Richard, right now. He's got major connections in tech, and this could be incredible for my startup launch." Not, "Are you feeling okay?" or "You look upset." Just another networking opportunity disguised as a relationship moment. "Jake, I'm really not feeling well. Could we maybe talk privately for just a few minutes?" Of course. Right after I introduce you to Richard. Okay? This conversation could literally change our entire future together. He was already guiding me away before I could protest. His hand on my lower back like I was a chess piece he was moving across the board. I spent the next 2 hours floating through conversations about wedding venues, honeymoon destinations, and future baby names. All topics that had apparently been decided without any input from me whatsoever. When Jake's aunt asked about my dream wedding dress, I realized with growing horror that I genuinely didn't know what I wanted anymore. Everything was Jake's carefully constructed vision of our supposedly perfect life together. By 9:30, I was hiding in the upstairs guest bedroom, finally allowing myself to cry freely for the first time all evening. That's when Emma found me. She was Richard's daughter, someone I'd been introduced to for exactly 30 seconds earlier that night. "Hey, are you all right up here?" She sat down beside me on the vintage quilt, immediately offering tissues from her designer purse. I tried to laugh it off weakly. "Just a little overwhelmed, you know? Such a big day and everything." Emma studied my tear-stained face carefully. "Do you want to talk about what's really going on?" Sometimes complete strangers are actually easier to open up to. So I told her absolutely everything. How Jake had picked out my engagement ring without ever asking what style I preferred. How he'd planned our entire future life, the house, the number of kids, even my career trajectory, in conversations that somehow never included me as an active participant. How he consistently introduced me to people as his fiancé, but rarely ever used my actual name. How I felt like I'd become nothing more than a supporting character in what was supposed to be my own love story. "That sounds incredibly exhausting and lonely," Emma said softly. "And honestly, you don't sound like someone who's genuinely excited to marry this man." The brutal truth of her words hit me so hard I had to grip the antique bedside table to steady myself.